Steve, Nnamdi is getting sleepy.
Oh,
You know he does it. We are 6 hours ahead of you, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. You know how I know? Because he does what I do when I get sleepy.
and what is that?
I start bouncing.
No,
I start moving.
no,
Hey, look,
no.
I start rubbing my hand. I just said, I know y'all over in London, so I said, he gets sleepy
Yeah,
over there
no.
on a Sunday.
You know what? It's really great. It's great to hear your story, and I guess the halftime chat channel is trying to get stories from artists back then who made a name, who, they need the flowers. There's a lot of artist producers that I feel now that they're not getting the flowers that you're one of them. We need to hear your stories. It's just great to get your story, to be quite honest. I didn't realize you were still out there. It's great to see you still got the enthusiasm to make music,
But
There's
your
a lot
look
of
has
songs
changed
don't
as
go
well,
anymore.
though. Your look
Uh-huh.
has changed because the last time we kind of remember you with a mustache and your
Oh yeah, the mustache and I had the hair, yeah. So
yeah,
I
and
mean,
you
every
just
now and then
completely
I'll even go
changed.
with the beard every now and then too.
No,
So
I think you've aged very well. You've
Yeah, you
aged
have,
very,
yeah.
very well.
thank you.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, it's funny when if I put my fedora or my brim on, everybody goes, "Oh, that's him, that's Samuelle." But it's like, you know what I mean? But take your head off, they don't know you. "Man, you play baseball? Are you a Cuban ball player?
Yeah.
They think I'm from Cuba or something. They think I'm a baseball player, something like that. So they don't quite know. But no, I appreciate you. That's why when I saw the DM from you and you was like, "Hey," and I'm thinking like, "Yeah, of course, yeah, we can definitely. Anybody want to talk about music? Yeah, of course, yeah." And I appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, a lot of people we may remember one track, we may remember the album. I was surprised that to actually find out that, you and Jay and Valerie were still, performing. I'm thinking, wow, most groups, break up and move around. I think that the core,
Yeah.
you have your ups and downs, understandable and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. But the fact that the core can still come together in one form or the other,
Yeah.
after all these years is impressive. I'm sure the rest could be said with In Vogue. There are lots of people that still, if they don't get the original four, they probably don't feel as
Yeah.
if it's really in vogue and stuff.
Yeah.
And you talk about horror
still do a
story.
great job.
Pardon?
They still do a great job.
Yeah,
They still
yeah,
sound
yeah.
amazing.
No doubt. Yeah, but you talk about horror stories. I mean, so they got their own horror stories about how they felt about things.
Yeah.
But you know what is interesting, Steve, is the amount of talent that came from Northern California, which seems to, you don't get the same, people like Too Short and E40, the hip hop guys get a lot of the praise. But when you think about all the musicians from, yourselves and you think about the Tonys, the even the musicians like DOA and a lot of great musicians that moved out there. I guess some people tend to forget about how that Bay Area, Oakland and Sacramento, Berkeley and stuff had a sound that seemed to either be funky in one end or diverse in another end from where you're from and stuff like that.
You mentioned DOA. You talking about Derek Allen?
Yeah, Derek Allen.
Oh, man, I love that guy.
I
love Derek, man. We did a song together. It's one of my more inspirational tunes. It's called "I Lift My Voice." It's kind of like a inspirational gospel type tune, man. He made that. He brought that thing alive musically. Yeah, he brought it alive.
Because when you mentioned about
you
please, because when you mentioned being a quartet, because I interviewed him and I said, oh, he told me about the quartet. He was explaining about the quartet. So when you mentioned it, I'm thinking, oh, that's what DOA did and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wait, man, DOA is oh man, he's an amazing brother to begin with. A guy, just in general, he's so humble. He's so humble, man, to be the person he is and the projects that he does and at the level he does it at. He's just an humble dude, you know what I mean? And just super talented. And we did that together, and I, man, so appreciate it, because he really, together, it just made it, what I envisioned it to be. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I'll get that to you guys so you can check it out as well.
Yeah. I mean, I know Steve will have a few things in, but there's the question I always ask my guests. And if you were stuck in an elevator, what movie would you talk about you love movies, and the question is always about what's your favorite movie? Because if you had time to kill and you needed to watch your favorite movie, what would it be?
If I had time to kill and watch my favorite movie?
Yeah, if you had to, if like, you were stuck in a lift and you had to, okay, yeah, my favorite movie, that they'll give you a movie to play, or what's your favorite movie?
Gladiator.
Okay, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, yeah. The reason I love that is because it ties in so much of, if you're, and whatever your faith is, whatever like that, everything ties back to that era, the Roman Empire, the Christian faith, and all that kind of stuff. The way they portrayed that was it just really brought to life how time was. You know what I mean? Like, if you weren't a Roman citizen, you were nobody, basically. You know what I mean? And he was a general. And, I don't think people grab he was a general for Rome. He was the guy who kept Rome in power, but had never been there. You see what I'm saying? All of our soldiers fight for our country because this is the country they love, right? He had never even seen Rome before. You know what I mean? But he's out fighting battles, you know what I mean? And just kept Rome in the power that it was in, but had never even been there, never even seen it, or, you see what I'm saying? And that was the time people were in. That's why I was like, God, you know what I mean? It's just that's what a powerhouse did then. They go over to you and say, you're going to fight for us. You ain't never going to come to where we at, but you're going to fight for what we believe in. You know what I mean? That's powerful to me when I see that. I was like, wow. But yeah, it was very well done. But I can watch Gladiator. It's about 3 hours long. It'd probably take them about that long to get the elevator doors open.
Yeah. Then what about your song? I know you've talked about your favorite singers from Sam Cooke and Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin. But if you had your one favorite song ever, what would that song be?
That's tough, because I don't have just one favorite song, because it depends on what mood I'm in. You know what I mean? If I'm in, like, there's no song more powerful than Change Gonna Come if I'm in that vein, if I'm in that kind of, you know what I mean? If I'm, if they're out voting and laws are trying to be passed to prevent, some of the old stuff from the old times, then that's my song, But I don't have no one song, man. It's too much music.
Yeah, no, it's
too much music. Yeah, it's no way for me to pick, because Teddy got some songs, some of his love songs and some of his breakup songs. You know what I mean? It's just too much. Marvin got some stuff. Distant Lover. I mean, it's just so much stuff. I can't even go. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? And then Donny Hathaway. Oh, you know what I mean? For All We Know, and everybody. First, I mean, I love, of course. I've been so many places in my life and time. I mean, that song just. Yeah. But when you hear For All We Know, I mean, it depends on what mood you're in. It just depends. Like, of course, Teddy, whether he's talking about break it up or whether he's talking about turn out the lights. You know what I mean? So it depends on what day it is, bro. It depends on if I'm going to ride the motorcycle or I'm going to drive the car. I'm going to cut the grass or I'm cleaning the house. Am I in the garage working out or at the gym? It just depends. I don't have no favorite song. I'm sorry.
I think which and it's understandable. I mean, well, everyone. So at least if you had to just of all the great songs, if you had to just to say, okay, you know what, I'll probably I'll just give this one.
Dude, it's hard because I've asked myself this question, but it just depends on what I'm doing, and it depends on if I'm just sitting there. There's an array of songs that can come on that I love, and I go, oh wow, oh yeah, oh man, that's beautiful, oh that's so smooth, and this and this and this. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, because some of Marvin's best music is not happy music. It's really off the What's Going On album. So I don't know. That's
Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you love what you watched, there's over 100 artists that we've interviewed. So please check out the videos. Remember to like, share, how not, and subscribe. But better still, become a member of Halftime Chat and get exclusive videos ahead of time. But thanks for watching. Take care.